Today, I want to do a Gothic Valentine's makeup look, so really leaning into some dark, rich reds today. I especially want to use this as an excuse to use the Sushi Glow Bloody Lip Tint I recently picked up. I featured this in another video, but in another shade, and this is Lilith, their original Bloody Lip Tint shade. So really, really dark red, a little bit grungy in some ways. So I'm going to base the look around this. I'm going to start with the lip and just like see where the look takes me from this like dark, vampy lip. So that's the plan for today. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with a really dark brown liner. This is Pillow Talk Intense from Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm going to quite carefully line the lips and potentially bring out a little bit of the Cupid's bow today. I just find using a liner before the tint can help contain it because tints are very watery, right? And just a touch of shaping around the Cupid's bow. I've been finding when I'm doing sort of the opposite, I'm right-handed, so this side's quite easy. Sometimes this side's a little difficult, but really like tilting my head and like positioning the pencil so it's on a similar angle as when I'm doing this, rather than going like this, can be helpful to get the line a little bit more precise. Again, because it's a lip tint and I want to contain it, like the formula, I'm making sure to really bring this also to the corner of the lip. This is where you can sometimes get bleeding with like a dark lip stain. It is a bloody lip tint. It's meant to bleed a little. It's like creating a bit of a barrier. Let's get into the lip tint. So as I expressed before when I used this formula in another video, I like to take the applicator out and press against the sides, so any extra tint is just getting wiped off. And then I'm going to build this up in a few layers. So if you just leave it to dry like that, it will settle into the lines a bit, though that's kind of the point of the formula. So that first application, just like a really pretty kind of classic red, a touch vampy, but not yet where I want it to get. So I'm going to let it dry just for a second and then build up another layer. And I want to let it dry a little bit in the lip lines. It creates like this really kind of raw look, and they call this the bloody cracked lip tint. It's sort of meant to have that grungy quality. So I'm going to leave it there for now, see how it dries down, and move on to blush. Today feels like a day to pull out this new Phytosurgeon's Exothermic again, just because it is like a blush like none other I've had, where it truly is like a very dark shade that can work for a lot of complexions. Going into a little bit of this. It's fairly pigmented, but it really blends out. So I'm just going to use a light application at first right here. See, it almost looks strange at first, but as you blend it, it starts to make a little bit more sense. Although leaving it unblended, or sort of really building up that pigment, I think would look really cool. I'm focusing on an application that's goes up a little bit. See how much that sheared out? I feel like I do want to build this up a little bit more for this look though. It really is the perfect like Gothic, darker red. I'm thinking I'd like to build this up on the temple a little bit as well. Because it's such a sort of desaturated shade, it can also work for dimension. A very different effect than if I put a bright pink here. Now a loose powder all over the skin. This is gonna help just get everything looking a lot more blended. And I'm using such a light hand right now. Okay, moving on to the eyeshadow. If it looks like I have a little bit of something on my eye, it's because I started to dry something and I hated it. So I took it off. And my bangs are driving me mental, so I'm pinning them back. Now I want to try using the ColourPop New Moon palette. For one, it's on theme. We've got a love story, but it's also Gothic. But also because it's got a red eyeshadow here, like this one, and I haven't used a red eyeshadow in a really long time. So I was thinking it might be fun to use for this look and just see where it takes me, starting with this shade here, Bloodsuckers. I'm really not too sure how this is gonna look using a brush, because it's kind of like got a little bit of shimmer in it, but I don't need to get the full impact of the shade just yet. It's more about starting to lay down some red on the eye. So I'm gonna start right here at the center, like build it up from there. It really goes with the lip. Actually, it works nicely with this type of brush. It's a fluffy brush, but it still has a bit of density to it. So my favorite way to like lay down like a slightly darker or more vivid type of shade like this is to put a lot of the product from the center of the eye right to the outer corner and then start to blend out from there. Kind of like this shape. I can use a clean brush and take whatever pigment is kind of being dragged out from this shape and just blend away. Okay, this is pretty bold, very different for me. Just did the other one off camera. It's a lot of blending to get this kind of soft fade into the skin tone. But I do want to deepen it a little bit with Paper Cut down here, going in with a kind of floppy pencil style brush. This is really pigmented, so I'm kind of careful of fallout. I'm tapping off the excess. As I press it in, I'm gonna deepen up the lash line a little bit. And then I'm gonna start to use a fluffier brush to bring this into the crease a little bit. So it's a very red focus look, but this starts to add a little bit more depth and dimension to the tone. This is really feeling like a trust the process type of look, with this just being so red and so bold. This isn't normally my type of makeup look, but having some fun here. So this is such a bold color. We've got a lot of red going on. So I want to leave the lower lash line blank so that a lot of the focus is just here. But I want to put some dark red in the waterline because that's going to balance a little bit all the heavy kind of red upper eyelid without, you know, going darker and more bold with more eyeshadow. So I'm going to see how this looks. A little bit of this in the waterline. A red waterline always puts the goth in a gothic look. Now I feel like I'm getting to kind of this point where I want to see how mascara is going to pull this together, because it's feeling like a lot, but mascara is always that touch and you're like, oh my god, it actually kind of works. But I will first do just like a little bit of cleaning up, put a little bit of white eyeshadow on this, and I'm just gonna like diffuse all these edges just like a touch more. I'm going to pop off camera, put some lashes on, and assess where we're at with this look, if I think it's a bit too much or just enough. So I will be one moment. Thank God for lashes. There's something that happens when you put them on, mascara, lashes, that just starts to make the look feel like a look. Now, this is so dramatic. This is so much more than I would really ever do my makeup on a daily basis, but this is what we're doing today. This is a fun, just really intense kind of gothic Valentine's look. So you know what? While we're here, let's just go for gold. I'm thinking of building up the blush just a touch more and just like, yeah, just leaning into this, because sometimes makeup is just about having some fun. I mean, you know what? It should always be about having some fun, but I've really wanted to try also from the New Moon collection from ColourPop this glossy lip. It's like a metallic red lip. Once again, we're here already. Let's go for gold. Let's see how this looks on top. Wow. I feel like the metallic nature of it is a bit hidden by how dark this pigment is, but up close it's actually really cool. I'll try and build it up. And I think a little bit of highlighter too. We're gonna use the What's Up Beauty Serengeti highlighter. Just this kind of rose gold one here. I feel like it just kind of like leans into this look that is just going for everything. And this is the finished makeup look. My take on a Gothic Valentine's look, which I really think is mostly just about leaning into all shades vampy. So dark reds, dark burgundies. It feels just like pure Valentine's in a way, like the types of reds you see on Valentine's cards and stuff like that. Very much happening on the eyes here. And definitely a bold look for me, very, very bold, but nonetheless, fun to get out of your comfort zone sometimes and just see how it goes. It kind of gets you in the way of like sometimes like practicing techniques you don't always turn to because you're trying something new, like the type of blend I did on my eye. And yeah, just seeing what can happen when you just like really just delve into a lot of colors can be just a fun thing to do. And I think that's it for today. Toasty, let's take it away. Toasty, will you be my Valentine? Yes? Thank you. Anyway, thank you all for watching till the end. As always, it really means a lot and helps support the channel. If you want to like, comment, and subscribe, I definitely appreciate it. And until next time, may you all find yourselves a little bit of makeup magic. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye, witches.